What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Before we get started on today's video, please make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell so you don't miss our next uploads. And without further ado, here we go. Stadia is dead or dying. Stadia is going offline next year, I believe, like January sometime or February. It's going down. So this was posted today. Speaking of Stadia, I had one. I used it for a total of maybe 5 minutes. This is worthless now, by the way. Stadia is, so for people who are not aware what Stadia is Google's cloud gaming service. Allows you to essentially spin up a computer in the cloud and play the video games in cloud. They sold this controller along with it, and this is like a Wi-Fi based controller, and I think it's Wi-Fi based, and it connects to the Chromecast, and then you play with this. This is your input device for the games. First of all, the controller is kind of jank. Like, I don't like how it feels whatsoever. Google Stadia is a service that you log into, you pay for their service. It's like a monthly cost of insert dollar amount here, I forgot. And then you get to play on their systems. But the catch is, the games that you play is only within Stadia. Which means if you go to buy your game on Stadia and you go and somehow 2 years later you have the money to buy a gaming PC or an Xbox or a PS4 or PS5 rather, you don't own those games. Those games are locked into the Stadia world. And even worse is sometimes your save file doesn't transfer. So if you bought the game again on Steam, sometimes your save file doesn't transfer. And the fact is, the games that are being sold are also being sold at full price. So what's stopping me from just using GeForce Now, which is another alternative, and using my own Steam account and buy the games there? Right? So the business model in it, the model itself was designed to fail from the beginning. It's one of those things that Google decided to destroy again. January 18, 2023 is when they all cut off. The service will go down on January 18, 2023. And according to them, refunds they'll be refunding the people who have bought games on their platform. So so at this point, the entire experiment of Stadia is a net loss. I mean, sure, there are people like me who bought the controller and bought their system to try it, but at the end of the day, they're probably at a net loss here because they ended up spinning up the entire service, spinning up servers to play the games, and also have to refund the purchases that were done in Stadia. So overall it's a net loss for them. It's one of those things that Google killed again. It's I feel like it's Google's MO now to just like buy something and sell it, or buy something and kill it. Also, the labor hours and costs working on Stadia as well. Exactly. Because the development work to bring the system up is also massive. Okay, so I haven't actually logged into this in a very long time, so we're gonna look at it together. So Stadia actually was one of my first experiences with cloud gaming, and I have to say it's really good. It's just not worth the money. So you have the opportunity to get the Pro. I don't even know how much Pro was. I think it was like $13 or like $9.99 or something US per month, and you have access to 50 plus games. So it's their version of the Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass. And you have the ability to play with 4K HDR and 5.1 surround, especially if you're running it through their Chromecast. And so if you're on PC, I can connect my controller using, I can into the system through this, and I can play games. But the thing is, if I don't, so they shut down the store already, so I can't even look at the store. But if I don't buy the games, then I have nothing to play. I would be able to play some free titles like Destiny 2. But again, the Destiny 2 save file does not transfer. I've learned this already. So if you try to play Destiny 2 on Stadia, and then since the game is free, you sit down at your computer at home and you download the same game, you don't have access to those games, like the save file, because it's a totally different system. And if you bought games within Stadia, you can only play it in Stadia, which is kind of dumb. So at the end of the day, rip Stadia. It'll be added to another list of Google killed products. Yeah, it's not worth to have Google own everything. Exactly. For example, I bought Cyberpunk 2077 on Stadia. I played it, finished it. My save file is in Stadia. Now that Stadia is going down, and I'm getting my refund back, sure, that's great. I can get my money back. I can go buy Cyberpunk 2077 on Steam again. But then when I started playing that, I lost my save file. It's gone. That's actually why, like, my cloud gaming system of choice is Xbox. Because right now the marketplace is, so without Stadia, with Stadia being gone, there's GeForce Experience or GeForce Now, which is literally just renting PCs online, because you don't actually buy the games within their marketplace. Their marketplace there's no marketplace. You connect your Steam account and your Blizzard account and your Ubisoft account, I think, and your games would as long as you own them and you've bought them in those stores, it'll show up and you can play it. There's also, there's the Game Pass model, which is what I'm a subscriber for, is cloud gaming. And Xbox's Game Pass is kind of like your Netflix. You open it up, you have a bunch of games available to you, and every so often or every other month or every month they will remove some games and some games would come in. And in fact, sometimes you even get games in Game Pass day one. Like when Forza 5, Horizon 5 came out, it was already in service day one. When I think there was another game that came out. Oh well, early access to it as well. Disney Dreamlight Valley is available on Xbox Game Pass, and that's the reason why I'm able to play it. And that's why that model really works, if anything. Oh, interesting. Look at this. Google says that the underlying technology that powers Stadia was proven to be powerful, and Google has already started offering Stadia as a white label product, meaning that companies can use the technology without becoming a part of Stadia's ecosystem. So what that tells me is Google just made Stadia in whenever as a beta test. We're their testers. That's unfortunate though. Like, this is now a piece of garbage. I can't use this anymore. Since they decided to sell their own controller, I can't use it for any other use besides Stadia, which is no longer existent. You can't map it to other games. I have no clue, because it has to like connect somehow. It could be actually a good point. Maybe it's Bluetooth. I just didn't know about it. I googled it. Stadia controller on PC, right? Can you use it wirelessly? No, it's not possible. Can you use it as a Bluetooth controller? Also no, because it uses Wi-Fi. Like, what kind of dumbass makes a controller like that? But you can use the USB cable. So I guess wired over USB-C will probably work. Hold up. I'm looking at this screenshot or this photo on the IGN article of Stadia Pro. I'm looking at the screenshot here, right? Anyone see anything funky with this screenshot? Anyone see something kind of nuts with especially the fact that it's on Stadia? How the hell are you gonna play Just Dance 2020 with Stadia? Like, what in the heck? Are you planning to play Just Dance with this thing? Like, how? In what world does it make any sense to play Just Dance 2020 on Stadia? That's the dumbest release. That's like, why? That's hilarious. For many years, Google has invested across multiple aspects of the gaming industry. We help developers build and distribute gaming apps on Google Play and Google Play Games. Gaming creators are reaching audiences around the world on YouTube through videos, live streaming, and shorts. Our cloud streaming technology delivers immersive gameplay at a massive scale. A few years ago, we launched a consumer gaming service, STADIA. And while Stadia's approach for streaming games for consumers was built on strong technology foundation, it hasn't gained the traction with users that we expected to. We've made the difficult decision to begin winding down our Stadia streaming service. We will be refunding all Stadia hardware purchases through the game. Yeah, I'm gonna get my money back. We'll be refunding all Stadia hardware purchases made through the Google Store, and all game and add-on content purchases through the Stadia Store. That's sick. It's not all bad, at least for myself, because they're gonna refund me for this. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, and leave a comment below if you want to see anything else on this channel. And that being said, thank you so much for coming by. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.